I'm going to show you how easy it is to achieve this pretty foiled look using this very inexpensive gold foil paper. It comes in all different colors. Here's a gold with red. I have a straight silver. They are so inexpensive off Amazon. This is the box that I got. That's how many colors I have. So it's really fun. It is very, very, very light. It's like working with ashes. So you will need a pair of tweezers to handle it because it falls apart so easily. As you can see, it's everywhere. That's why I love my mat. It's a messy thing, but it makes a really cool effect. And you will also need Clearly Frisky. So I did for this manicure, I use March's color of the month, which is Love in a Mist. It is a gray toned lilac color. And after that was cured to my liking, I put on 3 coats, cured it. And then you need to put down a wet layer for the foil paper to stick to. So I, of course, love and swear by Clearly Frisky. You could try to stick it over top of your color, but what I found is that if it's not perfectly placed and you get in there with your tweezers and you're mucking with it with colored polish, it tends to get polish on top of the paper or the sparkles or whatever it is. So I like curing the color first, and Clearly Frisky is forgiving because even if polish does get on the material you're working with, it's clear, so it really doesn't show. Alrighty, so I'm going to do this ring finger. I'm left-handed, so I'm going to do this with my non-dominant hand. I will show you how easy you can achieve this look. Opposite hand here. So get a nice full layer of Clearly Frisky on the whole nail. I just do the whole nail because I don't really have, you know, the exact place that I want to put it. So I'm just going to do the whole nail and make sure it is not on your skin. And then we can place the foil from there. So make sure it's nice and tidy. And I'm gonna try to match this finger. I have one little chunk of this iridescent bluey green paper. It is not the easiest to work with. It's quite sharp and hard. So I was actually planning to do the whole nail in this, but it was way too sharp, so I just pulled all the pieces off and then covered it with gold instead because the gold is much easier to work with. But to match, I will place a piece down so I still have some color on the other side. So I don't recommend these iridescent ones because I honestly don't know how I'm gonna, well, you can see how hard it is. It's basically, it's paper. It's hard, cut up paper. So I don't recommend this one. See if I can find a small little chunk in here. Okay, let's go with that one. So I'm just going to stick it down and then I'll go around it with the gold. I do really love the color because it's so iridescent, but it's just really sharp. It's so hard. See how it doesn't want to lay flat? I don't even know if this piece will work. I don't think so. So I'm going to pull that off. So if this was colored polish, I'd be making a mess, but it's clear, so it doesn't matter. See if I can find a really flat piece to work with. Try this one. See, the gold paper, it will rip easily. This does not. But it might lay flatter than that other chunk. Nope. I might scrap this idea. Don't get this foil. Let's just go with gold. I'm over it. All right, on to the next bit. So you will see, like, look at it, it's just like air. So you're just gonna rip it into little teeny tiny pieces. You could try to foil a whole nail. That would look very cool too. Haven't tried that yet. Maybe I'll do that next. Where you can just take a whole piece and then shape it to your nail. I'm gonna start with little pieces. So I'm gonna go like this. Hand just kind of around the edge, place them just randomly so you can see how nicely that just sets right down into the polish. You don't want to be handling this with wet polish on your nails because, well, you can see on my thumb right there how bad it's like staticky and sticky. Still cleaner than glitter. I like too with the wet base that you can move it exactly where you want it to. With the decals and stuff, they're sticky on the back, so it's like sticking a sticker down. But when your base is wet, you can really slide it around. Get it exactly where you want it. And don't be worried if there's corners or anything sticking up, because this paper, when it's cured, you can still like squish it down with, you have to put Clearly Frisky over top of it. So don't worry if you think there's like a sharp corner or something. It will cure down and push down when you do your next Clearly Frisky layer. So a little bit more. The most tedious part of this is just getting your little teeny tiny chunks. So I need a little bit more higher up. Maybe a little bit more here to go around the bottom. So yeah, like I said, I got these on Amazon, super cheap. It's such a cool way to make a statement nail. You can do all your nails. Like I said, it does take a little bit longer just because you have to get your foil ripped up, and it is so sticky. You can see it, it's like all over my hands. Place exactly where you want it. I like that. Okay, so I'm just going to matches up all right. Don't have that green chunk, but oh well. Maybe one more little piece in here. Okay. Yeah, I think I like that better. Okay, I'm gonna cure that 45 seconds to the big lamp. And then we need to seal it. So like I said, we just take Clearly Frisky, paint right over top of that foil, and it is sealed and locked in. Try to salvage all my foil here. That's where I've gotten a lot of my fun stuff that I don't want to spend like a ton of money on. Is just on Amazon. Like, look at all these. That was one box of sparkle, all from Amazon. I think it was $8. So cheap. But it's fun because you don't want to spend a lot because you don't know if you're gonna like it or if it's gonna work out the way you want it. But to try it, it's nice when you don't have to spend a bunch of money, because if you don't like it, then you feel like you wasted your money. But this way, you don't. Alrighty, so now just take your Clearly Frisky and go right over top of that foil. Make sure everything is sealed. Go right around the cuticle area, right to the base, so when it starts growing out, it doesn't catch or anything, but still staying away from your skin. I've almost gone through a whole bottle of Clearly Frisky already. Gonna need a new one right away. I use it every single application, whether it's a touch-up or just to add another thick layer, or over my nail art, over sparkles, or this, for example. It's so nice to just seal everything in. Just make sure that looks nice and smooth. Then we're going to cure it again. So I'm happy with like that. Last cure, and it is done. What do you guys think? Would you do foiled nails? Let me know.